All right, so here's a quick rundown on the panel, the door panels. We're doing our own leather job. This is actually vinyl material that we bought at the local hobby shop. You can get it at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Underneath this vinyl is this Pelion stuff. This it's a little thermal padding that just gives it a little bit of a more plush look. This is lightly glued on with some spray glue. You can see it just kind of makes it so it's easier to deal with. My lovely wife has run a double stitch on here every 3 inches. These are done with a sewing machine, and there's a special little needle that you can put in. It has 2 little points on it, so it goes up and down and makes both stitches at the same time. That's how you get the groove nice and uniform like that. I'll put a link in the description about how to find one of those. And so our plan here, and you can see up there it says the word leather. We have decided to go with the autumn leaf color of seat covers. And we ordered our seat covers from a company called L Seat. They came in, they're really nice looking, they fit very well. We've already test fitted this headrest on the headrest. It looks like it's going to work very nicely. But when we ordered those seats, we realized, you know what, we don't want to just have a plain black door panel. We're going to do a two-tone. So we're going to take this color and put that in right in here. Here, let me grab a piece of this. You can see what this will look like when we line them both together, right? And if you can imagine the door cap, again, the door cap at the top, it'll be, the black down here. And the idea behind putting the black on the bottom was so that, feet coming in and out of the door, you get scuff marks. It'll always kind of be on the bottom. And so that'll hide that a bit. And then the leather will kind of tie together the seats. So, the seat will be kind of sitting over here, and that'll tie that together. The door caps across the top will be black. And what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of fold these two together, and when they interface, it'll be kind of a fold right here. You'll see when I get later on. I'm going to show you the progress on there. And then the door handle is going to be split between the two of them, kind of like this. And the idea behind that is, just to reaffirm the connections, because you're going to wrap around the outside edge and then glue it, but you have this whole big long length of unconnected, otherwise than glued, a span of leather. That's, the two are separate. So this door handle will bite those two together and kind of hold them together. So I'll put some links in the description for all these materials, and you'll get an idea of how we're doing it. But this is just a quick little progress report on how the door panels are going, and we'll check back later once we get them all together. There you go, all laid out, ready to glue. We're going to go ahead and glue these on. We have a mark here. You can see how this interface is going to look. That's where the door handle goes. It kind of ties those two together right there. There's the black accents on the leather. If you can imagine across the top here, there's a black door cap that's going to be up there, and then the window will be right there. This is my next little project. My wife's going to do the gluing on here. So it's kind of her thing. Whoops. We picked these up at local office supply store, and we're just I'm going to cut a hole in here to match the outside hole of this nice new chrome handle right here, and that will be the black accent that will protect this leather from rubbing on when you open and close the window. So that'll be my next little project, is to make concentric circles inside this so it all matches up. So we're going to get gluing on this, and then I'll touch base once we have all this all connected and running. You can see underneath here we had to make new panels. Let me insert some quick video about how we made these panels. The old panels were torn up so bad. You can see that all the old wood was not even there anymore, so we had to fabricate new panels. So I got a quick little video on that. I'll insert that right here. All right, so to drill a concentric circle on the inside of this, um, I drilled a pilot hole into my stock, and I measured the distance between the diameter on here and the distance that I needed to make up right here. And I put a series of little tacks around in the wood to catch it so it will stay oriented. As long as you don't go too fast, you won't tear it. It'll just melt through the metal, and you'll get it coming out just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one on. Obviously this is not the right size hole saw, but just clean it up a little bit and make it match, and everything will be golden. So let me drill through this one, and then I'll show you how it looks like at the end. All right. So when you stretch the leather over the edges. The idea behind the contact cement is you put it on both surfaces and you let it dry completely. One of the things that you need to take into account, though, is this particle board is very absorbent, and you have to put it on twice. And so you can see here that you make little voids on the corners. You plan where you're going to fold the material and how it's going to be put in there. So little folds on the corners, and you make little voids. And here you can see we've already got it folded over on these. You have to have some clips. You see we got some of these nice paper clips here for the real tight sections, and then just regular clips for the other areas. And you don't have to do the whole thing at once. Do it in sections. Plan it out and be very deliberate, and you won't make any mistakes. Here's a good example of how to make the corner look really nice as it comes around. Now this is the back side. You're not going to see any of that, but you can see from the bottom edge how nice and round that looks when you stretch the vinyl around there. And that's how that's done. So when you get that done, let me show you what it looks like when from the front side. All right, so here you go. This is what it looks like after it's been folded. This is the other one. See how nice and round that corner looks? You just stretch the vinyl around it and do it in sections. Take your time with it. Be very deliberate. Double up the glue on the back side of the fiberboard, because it's very absorbent. You see how the leather folds, comes around, it behaves the same way as the vinyl. Maybe just a little bit different because it's not quite as stretchy. Here's where the door will go. I made one of these from Office Supply Depot. Just took an existing thing that I found off the shelf that looks like it would make a good bezel, and changed it a little bit so it would fit behind the door handle. That gives us a good interaction, and will keep the leather from wearing when you roll the windows up and down. These are available on Moss. Don't use the old ones if you can get the other ones cheap. If you have an order coming in, this is one of those things where you can spend a little bit of money. It makes a lot of difference. They look really clean when you get them like that. And the handle here is going to split the difference between the two. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you another grip point where this joint is going to grab between the both of them. So this is the end result that we're looking for. My lovely wife is doing a great job. All right, there you go, all installed. You see we went with the autumn leaf color from L Seats. These are just laying in place right now. At L Seats, they'll let you buy additional length of the matching leather, so you get the same dye lot and everything, so it all matches perfectly. I'll put a link to lseat.com in the description so you can see how that works. But you can see how with the black carpets and everything, and then we did the custom dash with the wood trim, how it all kind of blends together and ties together with the color scheme. And you can't buy two-tone door panels, so making them custom was like the best solution here. So anyway, that is how to make a door panel on 1977 MGB. I hope this was helpful for you. It's really not that difficult. If you think it's something that you have to buy custom, you can actually make them. And it's really not that expensive. I'll put all the parts and all the prices and links to everything in the description. Make sure that you subscribe so you can see the video on how to do these seat covers. We did a couple of videos on how to tear down your seats and how to repair the mesh under the seats, and how to in the other video I'll show you how to fix a cushion, so you don't have to buy a new cushion. And so make sure that you subscribe to get notified when I put that video out. If you have any comments on the product here, or if you have any experience that you'd like to share, please do make comments in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good day and happy motoring.